drive, 2:30 in the morning. I guess you, it was boring. We held each other tight before the night was over. You looked over your shoulder. Oh, I was doing fine. You said, remember that night, remember that night. Oh, I was doing fine. You said, remember that night, remember that night. The day after you had reached out, I was broken for the second time around. I prayed on the third day that I would be okay, that I'd forget you were ever mine. Oh, I don't think you realize how long I had to fight to be living my life, to get better and never have to try not to think of you until you reached out and said, remember that night. We went for a drive, 2:30 in the morning. I guess you, it was boring. We held each other tight before the night was over. You looked over your shoulder. Oh, I was doing fine. You said, remember that night, remember that night. Oh, I was doing fine. You said, remember that night, remember that night. We went for a drive, 2:30 in the morning. I guess you, it was boring. We held each other tight before the night was over. You looked over your shoulder. Oh, I was doing fine. You said, remember that night, remember that night. Oh, I was doing fine. You said, remember that night, remember that night.
You take a deep breath and you walk through the doors. It's the morning of your very first day. You say hi to your friends you ain't seen in a while. Try and stay out of everybody's way. It's your freshman year and you're gonna be here for the next 4 years in this town. Hoping one of those senior boys will wink at you and say, you know I haven't seen you around before. 'Cause when you're 15 and somebody tells you they love you, you're gonna believe them. And when you're 15, feeling like there's nothing to figure out, well, count to 10, take it in. This is life before you know who you're gonna be. At 15. You sit in class next to a redhead named Abigail, and soon enough you're best friends. Laughing at the other girls who think they're so cool. We'll be out of here as soon as we can. And then you're on your very first